Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the December 22nd, 2025 Pottsville Council meeting. I ask everybody to stand and do the Pledge of Allegiance. Please remain standing for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let us pray. Lord, we thank you for another beautiful day that you have given us. We pray, Lord, you are also with us throughout our business this evening as we do the city's business. And pray, Lord, for safe passage afterwards. And all this we ask in your most holy name. Amen.
Okay. Go ahead and call the December 22nd, 2025 Pottsville Council meeting to order. Ask the clerk to do the roll call.
Pam Scarber.
Here.
Randall Blaylock.
Here.
Steve Williamson.
Here.
John Heflin.
Here.
Karen Crothers. John Schaefer.
Here. Okay, prior to moving on to official business, I do have a couple of awards that I would like to give out. Sergeant Michael Hardy is not here tonight, but if I could have Chief Pritchard come up here and meet me at the front, please. So I want to recognize Chief Pritchard and Sergeant Mike Hardy for their achievements and their community service to our community. They started a program, got a grant for it, which is Officer Ruffman, something that, goes beyond the service of a badge. The kids are loving it. They've been to the schools. They've been doing a really outstanding job. I think that it's just a testament to their character and who they are as people. So it's a community service award presented to Chief John Pritchard in recognition of exceptional dedication to our community for your leadership in creating and advancing the Officer Ruffman program for kids. Your compassion, commitment, investment in the well-being of our children has strengthened trust, safety, connection throughout Pottsville. Your service always goes above and beyond. Thank you, Chief. Okay, got one more, something new that I wanted to start this year. This person, I want to recognize an employee of the year each year, at the end of the year. It's kind of untraditional, to recognize a department head, but somebody that comes up to work, shows up, you won't find anybody that's got a bad word to say about him. He's always in the hole, so he can come up here real quick. Heath is one of a kind. There are people that are just natural born leaders. Well, that's Heath. He gets after it every single day, and I think any of his guys would follow him anywhere. I know that he has just taken my vision of what I wanted to do and surpassed it, and I'd probably be pretty lost without Heath. So I want to recognize Heath. So it says Historic Pottsville, Arkansas, Employee of the Year 2025, presented to Heath King, Public Works Director, in recognition of your exceptional leadership, dedication, and unwavering commitment to the city of Pottsville. Your work ethic, reliability, and hands-on approach set the standards for excellence and have made a lasting impact on our community. Your commitment to your team and the people you serve has strengthened our community and demonstrated the highest standard of public service. Thank you for going above and beyond in service to our city. Okay, we got a couple minutes to approve here. Just want to make sure everybody's gotten a chance to review November 17th work session minutes, November 24th, and the special meeting for December 9th minutes. If there's no discussion, I entertain a motion to approve November 17th, November 24th, and the special meeting December 9th meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Got a motion, got a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. All right, moving on to department head reports. Chief Pritchard.
Tried to put most of these kind of in order as Cassie got them on the list, but 21st, around noon, there was a joint effort between the Arkansas Highway Police, Polk County Sheriff's Office, and the Possible Police Department, along with Russell Police Department, to apprehend the suspect of a stolen white F-350 flatbed truck that had been taken 2 days prior. Highway police officers spotted the stolen vehicle turning westbound on the Highway 247 from Howell Road, and it was notified by dispatch that the highway officer chased the stolen vehicle down to 4308 South Frankfort Avenue, where he lost visual of it after it had turned down a long driveway. Officer Hardy arrived in the area and stayed with Polk County Sheriff's Office, RPD, and the Arkansas Highway Police. After searching the area, the vehicle was not located. Soon after, dispatch notified all units that the vehicle was spotted on Jennings Road off of Highway 247. After arriving near the 100 block of Jennings Road, one of the deputies called over the radio, and the suspect fled the scene on foot and was headed east into the tree line. Officer Hardy turned his unit and drove to Highway 247 to get ahead of him before exiting his vehicle and searching for him in the wooded area. During the search, he observed a white male approximately 50 to 60 yards in front of him who had the same clothing description of the suspect running toward Holtz Road. After he entered the residential area, he lost sight of him around 180 Holtz Road. The owner of that residence stated to him that he saw the man running northeast of Holtz Road. After all of the officers were able to catch up, they searched all of the buildings and the structures in the area and set a perimeter that covered Howell Road 247, Jennings Road, and Alexis Lane to the south. The suspect was able to be located approximately 5 hours later after he attempted to go to the house on Irving Road and arrested by Polk County Sheriff's Office. The stolen vehicle was recovered and served possible warrants on Amos Adami. As far as our public relations, during the possible trunk or treat, Officer Ruffman made his debut appearance at the newly opened Paul Sinclair building. Officer Ruffman made a friendly impression with kids and families at the event. And Officer Ruffman handed out candy, took pictures, greeted vendors, and also broke out a few dance moves and onlookers found to be entertaining. On December the 6th, Officer Ruffman of the Possible Police Department parade, Officer Ruffman actively participated in the parade after interacting with the locals and helping to create a joyful and fun environment. During the parade, Officer Ruffman showcased his patrol smart car that will be a vital part of this outreach program. In addition to the parade appearance, Officer Ruffman visited the Possible Friendship School and elementary school on December 15th, where he engaged with the kids, took pictures, and gave out stuff
71 more calls this time of year than we were last year. That's 21.8% more calls. We received the 4 SCBA's, 8 bottles and 4 masks that the council approved. We received those the first week, December. I'm going to be putting them in service the first of the year, but I need to get with Holly on getting it on my assets list before I do so. So I'll be working on that this next week. We also had 31, or actually 32 of our SCBA bottles hydrostatically tested. This is an NFPA requirement to be done every 5 years. Our bottles were purchased in 2019, so we went a little past the date, but out of the 32, 31 of them passed, 1 of them did not. It's in the repair, and I should be getting it back pretty soon. All the engines and tankers have passed their NFPA annual pump testing as of December 3rd, 2025. And then as of December 9th, 2025, we had our annual NFPA post-testing, and the results are all we tested 3,300 feet of 5-inch supply hose. All of the 5-inch supply hose passed, which I could not believe, which I'm very thankful because it's very expensive. We tested 5,700 feet, inch and 3/4, 2.5 inch, and 3-inch hoses. Out of that, 300 feet of the inch and 3/4, which is 7 sections of hose, and 300 feet of the 3-inch hose failed. So out of all the testing
Has it gone up because it's under the railroad tracks? Or-
Really, the utilities that are on the south side, there's water lines on top of that. So water line that runs through there, so there's water lines, and then there's like 5 or 6 fibers in the area, and so bringing a back truck. So we have to take some of that prospect.
Might look for other alternatives too.
Or other alternatives.
Yeah. Somebody else do the work,
Yeah. I don't know.
unless he's just too far into it. That's just an idea, just to speed up it.
And we've got it contained now, so. And is him putting it off because he's having to get the other equipment in? What did he say?
I believe that we would go ahead and dig up the utilities, because we can do that part. And we got 0 dogs and 0 remain. And we've been trying to get those dogs adopted, but we haven't had any reached out to several shelters and stuff.
Thank you, sir.
Excuse me.
Since our last meeting, we've had 12 cases of code enforcement. 4 of those have been closed. 2 of the major ones is one at 7122 Highway 64, which was a yellow house that's been completely demolished, and it's a clean lot now. It's right next to clean. The other one, it was at 504 Pine Ridge. That whole parcel of land is clean, other than a few items left on the ground, so it looks a whole lot better than what it did. And I will be sending pictures to all the council members, so that you can see what's happened. We had 5 complaints on code enforcement. 3 of them were trash. 2 of them was with mowing, not maintaining their yards. 1 of them was RDOT. I talked to them and they've taken care of the issue. So all 5 of those complaints have been closed. There were a couple of new ones that showed up. There's a dilapidated building close to Gary Sharpney. He told me that he had a contractor that came in and started to tear it down, and it's actually falling apart, so he's got another contractor to come in and finish the job. The other one, there's a big trash pile out on Vista Road next to the cemetery. It's out in the pasture. He was out, I left the ordinances for the unsightly trash and the burning. And he burned it this afternoon. I let the chief know, and so I'll check on it tomorrow to find out what's going on. Business permits, we had, there's a total of 77 businesses that needed permits. 2 of those businesses have completely closed, have been out of business. 15 have had response, so that's only a 20% response from that. I had 17 permits, and of those, I had 6 that were electrical, 4 that were new construction, and of that, 1 was commercial, 3 were residential. And 4 in plumbing, 1 in mechanical, and 2 in footing. For inspections, I had a total of 12 inspections. 5 were electrical, 4 was plumbing, 1 was mechanical, and 2 was in footing. All the street lights that I've given to Energy have been repaired, with the exception of the one at 6240. The engineer told me that it's an underground cable, that they've got some issues. They've got to go in and do some work on it, and they'll let me know within the next week on what's going on with that one. lights today. And the folks out of Hot Springs will be here tomorrow to do a pre-work, and they will actually do the installation next week on the pool zone lights. That's all I have. Any questions for me?
I just wanted to announce or thank our sponsors for the Christmas parade and the event on behalf of the events committee. We had Chick-fil-A, Gifts on Parkway, L&W Construction, Russellville Dental, St. Mary's, and the Granite Shop were all sponsors. Simmons Bank and Centennial Bank both gave out hot chocolate, and they both ran out before the night was over, so many people we had there. And then Chevy Patamoni, help me. Okay. With PXL LED, they provided our banners for us for the Christmas parade, really nice banners for the winners, and we can use them in following years as well. So it overall was great. We've got Hometown Flair is wanting to have an open market next April, and we'll need to work up some kind of an agreement with them, and not just for them, but to have others going forward also, some kind of contract. And then also a wedding reception in May that they're wanting to schedule, or a different group is wanting to schedule. So, and I also want to brag on some younger folks that we've got here tonight that were there with us with the event committee and did a great job helping and running and doing anything that the adults asked. So, thank you, kiddos. That's it.
All right. Okay, moving on to old business. Anything for planning and zoning, Steve? I don't think we have anything on that for our comprehensive plan. Okay, moving on to old business. First item we got is ordinance 2025-6, which is the 26 budget. I think that we've all had good time to review. If there's not any discussion, I would entertain a motion to suspend the rules to have the second and third reading of ordinance 2025-6.
So moved.
Got a motion?
Second.
Got a second? Ask clerk to do the roll call.
Pam Scarver,
Yes.
Randall Blaylock,
Yes.
Steve Williamson, John Heflin,
Yes.
Karen Carruthers, John Schaefer.
Yes. Okay, I'd entertain a motion to adopt ordinance 2025-6.
Make a motion.
Second.
Got a motion, got a second. Ask clerk to do the roll call.
Pam Scarver,
Yes.
Randall Blaylock,
Yes.
Steve Williamson,
Yes.
John Heflin,
Yes.
Karen Carruthers, John Schaefer.
Yes. Okay. Last order for ordinance 2025-6 is to adopt and enact the emergency clause. So I'd entertain a motion to enact the emergency clause of 2025-6.
So moved.
Got a motion, got a second. Ask clerk to do the roll call.
Pam Scarver,
Yes.
Randall Blaylock,
Yes.
Steve Williamson, John Heflin,
Yes.
Karen Carruthers, John Schaefer.
Yes. Okay, moving on to new business. First item that we have is ordinance 2025-8. This was a part of the legislative audit. We needed to amend our ordinance 2024-2. It's regarding vacation time for the office of the mayor. This will need to be adopted tonight with an emergency clause. This will bring us into compliance. It's just clarifying the verbiage of it, stating that you cannot sell your vacation time, which was one of the things that we were kicked on. So if there's no objection or any discussion for ordinance 2025-8, I would ask the clerk to conduct the first reading by title only.
An ordinance amending ordinance number 2024-2 regarding vacation time accumulated for the office of the mayor, declaring an emergency and for other purposes. Ordinance 2025-8.
This is a first reading of ordinance 2025-8 by title only. I need a motion to suspend the rules and place ordinance 2025-8 for second
So
and third
moved.
reading.
Second.
Got a motion, got a second. Ask clerk to do the roll call.
Pam Scarver,
Yes.
Randall Blaylock,
Yes.
Steve Williamson,
Yes.
John Heflin,
Yes.
Karen Crothers, John Schaefer.
Yes. Ask the clerk to read ordinance 2025-8 by title only.
An ordinance amending ordinance number 2024-2 regarding vacation time accumulated for the office of the mayor, declared an emergency and for other purposes, 2025-8.
Need a motion to adopt ordinance 2025-8.
So moved.
Second. Got a motion, got a second. Ask clerk to do the roll call.
Pam Scharbur,
Yes.
Brandon Blaylock.
Yes.
Steve Williamson. John Hickman.
Yes.
Karen Crothers, John Schaefer.
Yes. Okay, I'd entertain a motion to enact the emergency clause of ordinance 2025-8.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion, got a second. Ask clerk to do the roll call.
Pam Scharbur,
Yes.
Brandon Blaylock.
Yes.
Steve Williamson. John Hickman.
Yes.
Karen Crothers, John Schaefer.
Yes. Ordinance pass. All right, move on to item number 2. This would be resolution 2025-4. This was a resolution that I received from Arkansas Municipal League. Most of Polk County have already adopted this. It's supporting the reviving of the state-ran federal surplus program. What this does is allows government entities to acquire certain things like even down to vehicles, office equipment for very minimal cost. There are some kind of budgeting issues that's been going on. They're looking at going away with the program, so Municipal League suggested that as many cities as we could to adopt a resolution and send it in so that we can keep this program alive, is what this resolution would do. And this would just go straight to the state director for the surplus property program. So if there's no discussion or questions with that, I'd entertain a motion to approve resolution 2025-4.
So
Make a
moved.
motion. Got a motion?
Second.
Got a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Okay, and item number 3, this is a resolution to establish a petty cash fund system for the Pottsville Police Department. This was another thing that we were gigged on for our legislative audit for 2023 and 2024. Just need to adopt a resolution for any kind of petty cash that we have to ensure that we're in compliance with Arkansas legislative audit and Arkansas laws. So if there is not any questions or discussion on this, I would entertain a motion to approve resolution 2025-5.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion, got a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Okay, moving on to item number 4, remain in compliance with all legislative audit rules and state statutes. I would need a motion to approve the deletions of Fran Jordan off all city accounts.
You go first.
I'll make a motion.
I second.
Got a motion, got a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Okay, item number 5 would be setting the dates and time for our 2026 council meetings. If we want to just leave them on the fourth Mondays at 6 p.m., that fit for everybody? Okay, I entertain a motion to leave the time and dates for council meetings the same.
So moved.
Second. Got a motion, got a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Okay, item number 6 would be the council just wanted to discuss the employee handbook as it was in our minutes prior to. I did send you all a copy out of that. I've already gotten some feedback. Just want to give the council some time to review and suggest any improvements or anything that needs to be changed. So I'll let that sit for a little while, keep receiving some suggestions and everything, and then we will, after you guys all have a chance to review it after the holidays, I'll present a resolution to adopt it at a later time.
One thing I would like to mention is there's a couple of things that are in both handbooks, like tardies and that type. I'd like for us to have it in either one or the other
Right.
and not in both, because that causes confusion later on.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
And that's something I was glad that you caught. I want it to, I I want the code of conduct as well, so I'll make that the attachment and move those things over into the
Okay.
code of conduct.
Sounds good. I'm just thinking further down the line,
Yes,
because we're not here, so.
Okay. Moving on to any council comments, questions, or concerns? None? Polly, did we have any public comments? Okay, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So
So
moved.
moved. Second.
Got a motion, got a second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Thank y'all.